Hi y'all, Renee here. I'm here today to show you my cards for Kendra's Card Challenge number 21. If you are interested in these card challenges, they are so much fun. There's a QR code here. Feel free to grab that. Or I'll also leave a link down below in the comments section where you can find this card challenge. She gives you all of the paper cutting guides as well as all the sketches. So here's just a quick look what the sketches look like. Really easy to follow. So I had a lot of fun with this one. I need a bunch of birthday cards. So I pulled a Stampin' Up paper pack that I thought was really bright and cheerful and fun, and which it was. And it kind of took me out of my comfort zone using some papers that were a little wild and crazy. This one is called Bright and Beautiful. And I'll just give you a quick little flip through so you can kind of see. And I just keep all my scraps, whatever I have left over, I just keep in these little folders that I get on Amazon. And that's what I keep all my papers in so I don't lose them. So without further ado, I will go through and show you each card, and hopefully I gathered all of the supplies that I used. I grabbed so many different things out of my stash to use for these cards. So hopefully I remembered to grab them all, and I can show you because I want you to use what you have when you got these kind of projects. So here's the first one, Happy Birthday. And for this one, I used, I think it's either January or February's product of the month from Stampin' Up that you got for $5 when you spent, I think, $75 or more. It's called Fabulous Sayings. It's Happy Birthday. I love this thing. It is so bold. It really helps to take a big place on your cards, because sometimes it's hard to figure out what to make on your cards. So, and then I used a dotted, this is an old Paper Studio embossing folder. I think I've seen that Hobby Lobby still has this in stock. It's just a dotted folder. You probably can't see the folder very well, but you might be able to see the paper. You can see where I put this embossing, and it really makes a big difference. So there's that. That's number one. Then number two, after I finished this one and I glued everything down, I'm like, oh, I have a stamp embossing or a star embossing folder, this one right here from Paper Studio. That would have been so cute to emboss the back of this with stars to match the paper. Didn't remember it in time, so you get what you get. And then I used, for the sentiment, I used this old paper pumpkin from December 2024 stamp set called, Notes from the Heart. Love the stamp set. I use it so much. So I've used that one a lot in this project. You'll see it over and over again. So we will just put that back there with all of my rest of my stuff here. So that was the second card. Let's do this. Then the third card, I thought this one turned out really cute as well. And this would have been another one that would have been really nice if I would have embossed that background. But again, really like the way that came out. Then this one, so fun. Can you hear that? It's a shaker card. And how I made this is I was trying to find something to put on the front of this that would say happy birthday and was just as fun as all of this. And then I thought a shaker would be really fun because I know I have some sequins that have stars in it. And so I pulled out, this is an old Close to My Heart die. And so I went ahead and I die cut the front of that. And then, excuse me, when I went to pull out my sequins to make the shaker part of it, I realized I had already made a shaker piece and it was just sitting there waiting to be put on a card. So this card came together so incredibly fast. So that's how that one came out. Then I love the way this one came out as well. And this one I did use the star from Paper Studio, the star embossing folder, and that Fabulous Sayings Happy Birthday. But this one turned out really fun. Then this one is actually the negative space left over from when I cut this out. That's what that middle circle is. So I just put the paper that was supposed to be in the background, I just put it behind there and then layered the other circles over it per the sketch. So I love the way this came out. Again, that December 2024 paper pumpkin. This one is so cute. So this is the background with the stars. And then I love the way that how Kendra had you put this together. You'll see it when you pull the card challenge off of her website, which is free, by the way. So you can go pull that. But anyway, I love the way she did this because it used up all kinds of little pieces that I can see using this particular sketch over and over again to use up little pieces of paper. And then the sweetest birthday wishes was from another kit. I think I have it here. Let me look. Yes, it is the stamp set that came with this birthday fancy kit that I'm finishing up. And it's really cute. Wait till you see it. I'll have a video for it for you in a few days. I'm sure, maybe a week. But this is the stamp set that comes with this kit, Birthday Fancy. I'm not sure if this is still available because, to tell you the truth, I buy things on the clearance, which I highly recommend. Check out Stampin' Up's clearance. It's really good. And then I just make them whenever. So, I hope you enjoy watching things that I make, even though you may not be able to buy them anymore, because you can always use what you have. And I hope that's what I'm showing you, is to use what you have. So this one turned out really cute too. Then I love the way this one came out. That stamp is from that same card kit I just showed you. I have no idea where I grabbed the candle. I thought I kept all of my stamp sets out that I used, but I can't find that one. I know it's close to my heart, but I can't remember. So bonus points for any close to my heart folks out there who know what stamp this is. But again, this one turned out really cute. And this is a great way to use up some different papers. Love the way that came out. So then I've got this one. I used an old close to my heart. This was called the Stitch Squares. There were also Stitch Rectangles. I use these dies so much. I love them because when you cut them, you get two pieces. Now for this one, I only used one, but I think I may have used that second piece on something else. So I'll have to keep an eye out for it. And then this little piece of ribbon right here, let me find it. Oh, I had it in my hot little hands. There it is. Okay. It is called Rustic Home, and it was an old close to my heart ribbon. And I'm going to be so sad. I think this might be my last, what are these called? Whatever these are called, round of it. And I love using this because it goes with so many things. So that's what that is. Then for this one, I did the background with the star embossing folder, layered out the pieces that Kendra had us cut out, and then used the paper pumpkin. I keep pointing over there. You probably can't see it. The paper pumpkin December 24 stamp. This one, okay, so I may not have picked the best papers for this one, but I still like the basic design. And I love using these little puffy stickers. These little puffy stickers were in the Stampin' Up 12 Days of Advent mystery box. Love that box. I've used it quite a few times already. I still have a lot of the paper to use up, so I'm still working on that. But these were the puffy stickers, and I think these little stickers just worked so well because they picked up the colors really, really well. And then my husband said this is his favorite one. And this stamp is a very old, close to my heart stamp. It is this one here called Birthday Sparkles, and it's this stamp right here. I love these old close to my heart stamps. I will never get rid of these birthday ones. So that's where that one came from. And then the next one, this one is from also an old close to my heart stamp called Sweet Birthday Wishes. And I do have the dies for this one. So I did use the die to cut out the cupcake. And then all the sprinkles I stamped. And then all of the polka dots, I colored that with some Stampin' Right markers. And then what I did to the edge, it leaves a white edge. And originally I was going to put it down just with the white edge. But then I thought, what if I color it with my black Memento marker? I did that, and it matched perfectly. It matched the paper background. It matched the stamp, which was also from the same set, Have a Sweet Birthday. So I love the way that came out. So there's that one. And then the last two I did kind of similarly, even though, of course, the sketch was different, but I used the same kind of idea for both of them. And how that came about is when I was working on this one, I was wondering, okay, I wonder if first or second generation stamping would be the best for this little flower set that's from the Gallery Blooms set. And I also have the dies for this one. Um, and so I did one of each, and then I found that I liked the darker one, so I just used that. But then that left me with the lighter one, and I'm like, I wonder if it'd be, cheating to use the same kind of design. I had these old Spellbinders dies. I bought these, oh gosh, I want to say I bought these from Joanne, maybe. And I bought them when I first got my very first die cutting machine. So that had to be, gosh, 20-ish years ago. I'm still using these dies and I love them. And so that's what the backgrounds are. I cut them out of vellum just to give them some dimension and some interest, but without covering up the pretty paper in the back. And then this Birthday Wishes is from that, where is it? The 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar stamp set. It's right there. So I used that on both these, and then used the second generation stamp for the last one. So that's all of my cards for Kendra's Card Challenge. If you have any questions about any of the supplies I use, which I know is massive, a bunch of supplies, but that's the way I like to craft. I like to just pull from everywhere and just play with what I have. I just find it really fun. And yes, I was one of those kids that dumped out all the crayons and then just used every single color on what I was coloring. So yes, that was me. That was definitely me. So anyway, thank you so much for coming and watching with me today and checking out my cards. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you take part in Kendra's Card Challenge as well. If you do, let me know where to see your cards, whether you have a blog or an Instagram, or you did a video, or you're just posting it on the Facebook page that Kendra has set up for each one of the months. I'm going to put these in the March, so that's this QR code right here. Let me know your name so that I can go look at your cards. I want to see what you made and how you interpreted each one of these wonderful sketches that Kendra gives us to use. So with that, I will let you go. I hope you're having a great day, and take care. Bye.